trying to save a friend who saved me. I have something for you now. We have a deal?
I'm gonna save you.
Drifting on the spaceway by the Beatrice Hotel, mapping out constellations of the place I know so well.
Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm here with an update on the Rick Grimes movies. We just got some news from Pollyanna McIntosh, who plays Anne. She said some pretty interesting stuff about the Rick Grimes movies and, you know, heading into production. So that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Before I do begin, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe for daily content, and let's begin. So there was recently an event where Pollyanna McIntosh was talking about the Rick Grimes movies, and earlier this year she said that she hasn't heard anything about, you know, being involved in them, so she was kind of confused whether or not she was going to be in the movies. But it only makes sense that she would be in the movies because the movies are going to be picking up where episode 5 left off. To be exact, this is what she said. Yeah, it's being spoken about by Gimple now, so I can be very clear in assuming we're going to see where Rick is, so she would be there. That's a long-winded way to say, yeah, I hope so. Things are in the process right now. It's exciting. I'm not ready to leave her behind yet. She also said that the movie is going to pick up by telling us about this community and where the helicopter comes from, but she also said that there isn't a script yet, so this is just them you know, coming up with a story. But I can definitely see the movie picking up and opening with the community, and we see this huge community, and I think this will be a really cool start to the movie, like showing us this ginormous community of like thousands of people, you know, almost like a regular civilization would. You know, it seems like this zombie apocalypse doesn't even affect them. And then it's probably gonna pick up where Rick left off, and then, you know, him waking up in the helicopter, which I cannot wait to see his reaction to this whole thing, because, you know, he woke up in episode 1 and he was, you know, in the completely different world. The world ended, a zombie apocalypse started, and now he's gonna wake up in a helicopter, and I can't wait to see what he's thinking, because, you know, he blew up that bridge probably thinking he was gonna die, and he somehow wakes up in a helicopter in the zombie apocalypse. Like, that's crazy to think about, so I just can't wait to see his reaction to it. They also said that Jadis most likely will not be returning to the TV show, so it's not just season 9. You know, Pollyanna McIntosh doesn't know if she's ever going to be returning to the show. Same thing with Andrew Lincoln, unless they have something huge planned at the end of the series, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. But the question now is, do you guys think Jadis is going to die in the 3 movies? Do you think Rick is going to die in the 3 movies? I don't think Rick is going to die, because I feel like what they're planning here with the movies is to wrap up with the television show at the same time. But the reason they're doing movie style for Rick is because obviously Andrew Lincoln's situation. But Jadis, on the other hand, you know, she might be one of the only people Rick knows in this community, unless he runs into some old friends like, you know, Heath or something, or Dwight maybe. We don't know for sure. But I could see them taking out Jadis in the movies. And we know Jadis and the community, they have problems with each other. They don't trust each other. So, and we know they're not good people, because I feel like they're experimenting on people because they want people who are bit. So I do think there's going to be some tension between Rick and this group, because Rick is obviously going to have a problem with them experimenting on people. You know, that's messed up, and Rick is all about survival, you know, not, you know, experimenting on people. So there's obviously going to be problems, and I could see somebody, you know, close to Rick, like, because Jadis is probably like the only person there who is going to be close to Rick. So I could definitely see Jadis, you know, getting taken out by this community. The word is that the movies are also going to start production in 2019, so it's most likely going to come out in 2020. And if I had to guess on it, I'd say like summer 2020, because this is a huge event for AMC, and they probably want to release it in the summer because, you know, it's a summer movie essentially. You know, it's the biggest event probably for them, you know, their biggest character on their biggest show ever. They probably want to release the movie during the summer sometime. And if the movies are going to start releasing in 2020, I think they might release every single year. I feel like every other year would be too much. Like if they do 2020, 2022, 2024, I feel like that's way too long of a wait for fans. I feel like they're going to start 2020, 2021, 2022. And then I think 2022 is a good year to end it, because in 2022, The Walking Dead series would be at what? Season 13. You know, that October would be picking up season 13, I think. It would be done with season 12 by summertime. And, you know, season 12, 13-ish is a good number for The Walking Dead to end. You know, you don't want to make this show last until season 20, because then it'll be just, I think, I don't know, I just don't see it lasting to season 20. But season 12, 13 is a good number. I actually really like season 12. That's a solid number to end at. And the way I kind of see it in my head, and this is what I think would be cool. You guys leave your thoughts and opinions about it. But, you know, let's say that, because I have a feeling, and I feel like this makes the most sense, that the reason they sent off Rick, and we know Rick is going to come back to the show. We know that for a fact. He's going to reunite with his family. If he doesn't, I think that'll be ridiculous. Either one way or another, either he goes back to the show or the show comes to the movies. You know, I do feel like Rick will have that reunion with Michonne and Judith in the future. The way I see it going down is that in the end of season 12 would be Rick's reunion with Michonne and Judith and his friends, and then that would be the final season of The Walking Dead. And then that summer of 2022 would be the final Walking Dead movie, which would conclude the original series with the original characters, you know, whoever's left over, Maggie, Daryl, Rick, Judith, Michonne, whoever's going to be left over, Carol, that would conclude those characters' story. Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride also signed contracts for 3 more years, so that would be season 10, 11, and 12, so their contracts would end in season 12, so I think that's what's gonna be happening. I have no clue if that idea sucks, but that's the way I see it happening in my head, and that's the way I think I would enjoy it, because I want to see the reunion between Rick and Judith and Michonne, and I want this original show to have a good ending. Like, I don't want it to go to season like 30, you know. I know we always say that because we love this show so much, and that's true, you know. I love this show so much, and the day it ends is gonna be a sad day, but it does deserve a good book end, you know, and I think season 12 is a great number for that. This video totally went into a prediction rant style video, so I'm sorry, but I quickly wanted to make this video to talk about the new information we got regarding the Rick Grimes movies. Any new information we get, I will definitely you know, keep you guys up to date on that, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys want to see in these Rick Grimes movies? Because they aren't going to be coming out until 2020, so, you know, leave your thoughts and predictions in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, and for daily Walking Dead videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.